Good is good, yo. It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're gonna be talking about which Kristaps Porzingis is worth you guys picking up in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Now, for Kristaps Porzingis, guys, again, it's not one size fits all, but there is one card or maybe a couple of cards that I think is worth it for every price range. Like for Ben Simmons, there could be a multiple cards, right? This card's relatively cheap, this card's relatively cheap, and the Flash Glitch as well as MyTEAM Anniversary are relatively cheap. Now, for Kristaps Porzingis, it's different. This card is old. I would not ever recommend this one. And then it goes the MyTEAM Anniversary, which is okay. He's got his release on quick, fundamental dribble style, not great though. And then it goes into this card who is not that cheap. And then it goes into cards that are not even buyouts. So it's a little different from a guy like Ben Simmons. Now, before we dive into the Kristaps Porzingis kind of talk, if you are new to the channel, man, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. Here's the deal for KP. Is fan favorites Kristaps Porzingis for 10,000 MT a good price? My take is no. I mean, why would you ever run this card at center when guys like, look, here, I'm going to put it as simple as I can put it. The card is not bad, but when you got guys like, when you got guys like Taco, there's really no reason to run this card. There's just not. Now, with that being said, if you want to run or Taco at the power forward position, you can get to him, but I'm just saying, I mean, there's plenty of other options. Ralph, I mean, is more expensive, and we'll get into exactly the Ralph comparison later on in this video. But I mean, he's 20,000, 25,000 MT, and so he's so much better than Kristaps. It's hard to have that comparison. But I will say, and I want you guys to hear me out, this Kristaps Porzingis, the base Kristaps for 10,000, is not the worst option. Okay, he's really not. Fan favorites Kristaps. You can do a lot worse. The card is, as a, you know, the Brook Lopez base on quick. He's going to be just fine. He's going to be able to hold it down. Now, how does he compare to the MyTEAM Anniversary Kristaps Porzingis? Well, here's what I will say. They're a little bit different, but it's not that different. The 13 Hall of Famers is the main difference. Outside of that, it's not that different. The MyTEAM Anniversary KP, in my opinion, is a little bit overpriced. Now, 17,000, that's not bad. Again, think about it. If you want to snipe these types of cards, you definitely can. But for Kristaps, I just think here's the deal. The difference between this Kristaps and the Kristaps we just looked at is not very big. And I'll pull it up on 2K database over here to, you know, break down exactly stat-wise what the big difference is and why they're different. Because honestly, when I look at the cards stat-wise, they are eerily similar. The only difference between these two cards, the speed's the same. Interior perimeter defense goes up a little bit. Strength goes up a little bit. Everything else is the same. Now, badge-wise, what's the difference? Bailout, needle threader, defensive badges, chase down, rebound chaser, worm, hustler. Those are the main defensive badges. So, do I think it's worth the upgrade? I mean, for 15,000 MT, it's basically doubling what he's worth. So for budget players, I'm gonna say no. Now again, if this is the MT, or if this is the KP that you can afford for your specific MT, then sure, he might be worth, you know, the upgrade for you and your specific squad. I just have a hard time, in my opinion, getting to the MyTEAM Anniversary KP. I don't think he does that much more than the fan favorites KP, and so for me, it's tough to get to him. The next Kristaps Porzingis is probably my favorite Kristaps for his relative to his price, and that is going to be the Kristaps Porzingis right here, the Gamma KP. Here's the deal. This Porzingis, right, and one of the main differences that we see, right, when we look at it, is the MyTEAM Anniversary KP can play the power forward position. That might be the biggest difference between the MyTEAM Anniversary KP and the fan favorites KP. Now, again, if you want to run KP at power forward, you got to make that, you know, extra jump. And so maybe for 15,000 MT is worth it. But my thing is this. This one is 25,000 MT right now. The Gamma KP is hardly any more expensive. And this is where I really see the jump, okay? And this is why I don't really recommend the Gamma KP, or the MyTEAM Anniversary KP, who is fine. MyTEAM Anniversary KP, because he can play the power forward position, is fine. But the Gamma KP is the one we need to talk about. Again, the last KP we looked at goes for about 25,000 MT. This Kristaps Porzingis, you're looking at 40,000 MT for the card. Now, is that expensive? Yes. Okay. And I get it. I'm aware of how expensive he is. But what I will say is this. When you compare the MyTEAM Anniversary Kristaps to the Gamma Kristaps, let's start with this. 20 extra Hall of Famers. 20 extra Hall of Famers. And most of those are defense. You're looking at brick wall, clamps, interceptor, pogo stick. You're looking at menace, tireless defender, as well as a ton of other defensive badges added. Shooting wise, I mean, they're the exact same, but you're also looking at Hall of Fame glue hands, bullet passer, quick first step. All of those badges are pretty important. Combine that with +2 speed acceleration. You're also looking at +6 interior, better perimeter, better rebounding. You know, speed with ball goes up as well. This, if I'm looking at getting Kristaps Porzingis for the majority of people watching this video, this is the Kristaps I'm looking at getting. I feel like this Kristaps, it's not one size fits all again. I just feel like he's way more worth it than the MyTEAM Anniversary card. Now, I get it. You're going to have to spend, you know, a little bit more MT, 15,000 more MT, but I get there with this Kristaps Porzingis, and that's different than any other Kristaps. You know, the fan favorites KP, if you really are nobody spending, need a center, maybe you can go for it. Now, the MyTEAM Anniversary, if you want to play him at power forward, is the cheapest option. But the Gamma, in my opinion, is just a little more worth it. Now, we've gotten through all of them. Let's talk about the out-of-position Kristaps Porzingis. One that is still up in the air as far as his price is concerned. I just want to get that out in the air first. We don't know what his price is going to settle for. We don't. One thing I can say right now that I'm pretty confident in is that if his price does become a buyout, or if this card becomes less than 100,000 MT, I think at that small forward position, I can get there. Why? I just don't think the small forwards in my team are that great. And if you do play KP at small forward, you're looking at a 7-3 small forward. You can go Yao and then Taco on top of that to give your front court just so many mismatch opportunities. Here's the deal. He's got 55 Hall of Famers, 24 on gold. This card is going to play basically the same as the Gamma Kristaps Porzingis. Stat, badge-wise, eerily similar. The only difference is that he can play that small forward position. Again, you can run him at point guard if you really want to. I just have a hard time thinking that a point guard Kristaps Porzingis is the move in my team. But this Porzingis, as well as the Gamma Porzingis, are probably the two KPs that have my most attention, right, for their specific value. I think those two could possibly be the most worth it for their specific price. Got two KPs left, the Invincible KP and the Endgame KP. Let's start off with the Invincible KP, because for Kristaps Porzingis, the difference between the Invincible KP and the Endgame KP, there's a difference. But the main reason you're running Kristaps Porzingis is because he's 7'3", right? And both the Endgame KP and the Invincible KP, they're going to have 99 everything. Both of them are basically going to have every badge you need in the game on Hall of Fame. Like, you look at the gold badges, Teardropper, Break Starter, most of them don't really matter too much. Special Deliveries, the badge he doesn't have, that doesn't matter. The main difference is that Endgame Kristaps Porzingis is going to have base 3, jump shot 3. Invincible Kristaps is not. Okay, that's the first difference. Now, look, do I like the Brook Lopez base? Yes, I personally do. So is that a big difference? It's still a big difference because jump shot 3 on KP is good. It's just not a huge difference. Outside of that, Invincible KP as the normal leaner, Endgame KP as the tray leaner. Most people probably prefer the tray leaner. I think that difference is really small. Both have the Scotty movement in the back. For KP, that's really important. Obviously, you're looking at the Invincible KP, having the Kobe size up, which I honestly prefer over the Trey size up of the Endgame Kobe Bryant. And then obviously this D-Rose size up compared to the Luka size up. There is a difference. I'm not going to sit here and say the Invincible Kristaps is quite as good as the Endgame Kristaps. I would just look at their price difference. That's the main thing I would look at, because look, they're both 7'3". If there's like a 500,000 price difference, just get the Invincible KP. And that's what I'm going to do on this account. If Endgame KP is, let's say, 1 million or 700,000 MT, and the Invincible KP is, let's say, 200 or 300,000, I'm probably going to save that MT and just pick up the Invincible KP, who is still going to be that top 5 power forward in my team. So if you do want the best KP, look, guys, you're looking at the Endgame KP. If you're looking, at the second best KP for a lot cheaper, Invincible KP is your option. I like this KP. I like the idea of KP at that small forward position. And do not sleep on the Gamma KP at the power forward position for a budget option as well. That's going to wrap it up for my video today, guys. Hopefully each and every one of you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.